What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you my next video of my must have must gag series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all of the Instagram pages I follow to get all of this makeup knowledge. And lastly, but certainly not least, I went ahead and linked and listed all of the items that I discussed in this video down below. So in the event that you're interested in picking up one or a couple of items, I would just say check out down below. Those will be affiliated links, so I appreciate it in advance. Otherwise, let's just get to it. Okay, so I did not record this eye look, but I did use Project Pan items. I am really loving my Project Pan items. I'm also splashing in some new items every so often just to test out new things. I do have a new lip product on. I'm living for this formula. This is the Huda Beauty Cream Lipstick in Gold Digger. I have been lusting after this formulation for some time now, and I just pulled the trigger recently, and let's just say I'm not mad that I pulled the trigger at all. This is the first time that I've worn this lipstick, but it's supposed to be like a cream satin finish. It's applied beautifully. It is one of my favorite tones of brown lipstick, and I'm just living for it. Everything else pretty much is Project Pan, so it will be down below in the description box for you all. If I ran out of room in the description box, then just check out a pinned comment, which most likely will be posted while I'm at work, so give it some time if you're watching this literally as it airs. Trying to see what all I need to discuss. There's so much going on right now in the world. I hope everybody is safe, taking care of themselves. So much is going on right now, and it can be a bit much. It can be a bit much. I did just want to check my email. It looks like, okay, so I don't see much. So let's just go into my pinned folder on Instagram. Some things I just didn't realize that I did not talk about last week that they showed, so I'm just gonna run through them. I am filming this on Friday. This is my day off this week, so let's run through it. Okay, so Colourpop is doing a new collection. It is called their Pop Art collection, where you get gel liners and lippy sticks on the other side. You also get lippy sticks and lip pencil duos, powder, blushes, and I think this is all cute. Nothing that I am really interested in, mainly because of the shades, and also once again it's Colourpop. For me, I have found in these last couple of years, although I do really enjoy exploring and connecting my lip products with my eye looks in occasion, generally I am reaching for a brownie nude, hence my lip nude color today. So for me, none of these are brownie nudes. There are some nudes, but those look to be quite pinky, and I just know I don't pick up pinky nudes, so this is going to be a complete pass for me. So I think last week I talked about this, and this is from Unearthly Cosmetics, and it is their Sleepover Collection. So this was their Valentine's Day release, and previously I only saw the palette. Now we have other things. So they have the Sleepover palette, the Bow and Arrow highlighter, the Cherub blush, the Charmed blush, and the Cupid lip gloss. Now I've never tried these other kind of formulations from this brand. What I will say is this: those shades don't look like they're gonna work for me. They don't look like they're gonna work for me, especially the two blushes. They both look quite light. The highlighter maybe, but honestly I've really been enjoying focusing in on the highlighter that I have in my Project Pan and playing with the couple of new highlighters that I decided to splurge on earlier this year. So for me, this whole collection is still going to be a pass, but I figured in the event that you were interested in one part and now we see the whole thing, I wanted to make sure you guys knew. So MAC is doing the third round of their collaboration with Cacao Friends. You would think honestly that I would be really into this marketing because I watch a lot of Asian dramas. The amount of Asian dramas I watch is honestly ridiculous. among other things. I'm not really into K-pop. That's just never been a thing for me. But K-dramas, learning languages. I was really into learning Japanese. It's tailored off just because of life, but I still do really want to get my Japanese up to like talking. Like actually a good amount of talking. Anyways, long story short, I'm not as into this marketing as you would think. And you know, I think all of these formulations that we're seeing here, which are the lip balms, are really good shades, but I don't think I'm going to be interested in it. I think I'm going to pass. So Lethal Cosmetics is coming out with a new collection, and in this specific one they have an eyeshadow palette called the Night Flower Palette. There are 12 brand new eyeshadows, 6 mattes, 2 classic metallics, 1 duochrome, and 3 multi-chromes. You can get the palette in a different kind of configuration depending on what you want. So you can get it in the pre-made kind of completed palette, which is $50. You can get single shadows, $6 each for the mattes and the metallics, and $9 for the multi-chromes. They're also coming out with new gel liners and new highlighters. Now, a couple of things. First of all, I think the palette is beautiful. I really do. But it's not something that I think I would spend my few purchases that I'm allowing myself when it comes to makeup. So that's going to be a pass. The gel liners, I am intrigued. I hear nothing but great things about the formulation. That said, I went through a phase where I picked up a whole bunch of gel liners and then I didn't actually get all that much use out of them. I did get quite a bit early on in the beginning, but when you continued on looking through the years, they were really just sitting in my collection. So I am going to pass on those. The highlighters look cute, but the shifts and the bases don't look like something that I would be into. I do really like an orangey based highlighter that shifts to something else. That's fine, but if that base is like pink or something, it's just usually not up my alley. And the 3 highlighters are gold to red, green to blue, and blue to violet. So maybe that gold to red, but I don't think so. And then on top of all that, I was so pressed to pick up this palette in the month of December to try out this brand's formulation, and I tried out the blush that I picked up at the same exact time, but I have not tried out the eyeshadow palette. So that tells me that yes, I'm intrigued enough to pick up the products, but it doesn't seem as though I'm intrigued enough to try the products immediately. That said, there have been quite a few other things that I have been really kind of interested in, such as panning the old eyeshadow palettes that I have, such as, you know, getting these older Natasha Denona palettes that I was intrigued by. So for me, although I'm intrigued, I'm not intrigued enough to pick it up. Like I said, I really want to take the time to use this palette first, see if I even like the formulas. I'm pretty sure I got at least one formulation of everything. I know I have the mattes and the shimmers or the metallics. I don't remember distinctly off the top of my head if I have a multi-chrome. I might not have picked up a multi-chrome at the end, but either way, I do just want to try the product that I already have from the brand before picking up more products from the brand. That said, there are some highlighters from them that I am intrigued by. I just didn't pick it up because I didn't want to spend even more money, which, you know, go figure. Hermes is coming out with some more products. They're coming out with a Plein Air collection. So their Complexion Bomb is $77, and it looks like they have 4, 8, 12 shades. Then you have face powders as well. I can be stupid when it comes to makeup purchases. I really can, but the idea that I would actually buy a face balm where there's only 12 shades, which I'm sure there is very light coverage, for $77, I'm not that stupid. I'm really not. I am so happy. I'm going through my foundation products. I'm getting through my concealers. I'm so excited to pick up a new concealer, which is quite weird because I don't really get all that excited over concealers generally, but right now I'm just really interested in exploring that part of Complexion a little bit more, but I'm gonna hold the reins because I don't want to go crazy. But long story short, this is going to be a pass for me. It's just not something that I'm willing to spend my money on. I will definitely watch Michelle Wong's video, don't get me wrong, but for me to actually pick it up myself, I just don't see it, not right now. Kiko Milano is coming out with a new collection, and this is their Blossoming Beauty collection. For me, this just continues to fortify the idea that Kiko Milano is not for me. Their complexion products or base products, anything and everything in between, are all just way too light. They really are catering towards lighter complexions, which I guess makes sense because they are based in Europe, and I guess generally, depending on the country that you're based in Europe, you're really only going to see people of lighter complexion and not somebody of my depth, and I'm not even the darkest person in the world, let's face it. So for me, it's once again just fortifying, passing. Packaging is cute, embossing is cute, whatever, but like, I'm not going to stress myself to get something to match my complexion when I know it's not going to work. Colourpop. So Colourpop came out with a new palette in their Star Wars collections, and I do have the first 2 palettes in that collection, which is quite surprising for me because that brought my total of Colourpop palettes from 1 to 3. I didn't see that happening, but it did. And this palette looks boring. It looks boring, it looks dry. They threw in that random red, and I'm just not about it. I'm not. The packaging's cool, but I'm not about it. It is already available now. I will have it linked down below. I'm personally going to go ahead and pass though. Glow Recipe has come out with their Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Sunscreen. And I have tried Glow Recipe, I want to say like 3-4 years ago. I got like a holiday face kit where I tried like their moisturizer, their cleanser, and maybe 1 or 2 other products in this kit. It was really nice kit. I went through all of those products. I really enjoyed the products, and then I never picked up the products again. As I told you guys before, I'm just not very loyal when it comes to skincare. It's just not something that I do. I pick up skincare because I want a discount on it, or it's cheap, or I'm interested in the moment, and then generally by the time I'm done with the skincare, I am unbothered with picking up the exact same product again. That said, this is a sunscreen. It is already available. It is a chemical, I guess, and physical sunscreen based on this description. It is easily blendable, non-greasy. It is SPF 50. As I've said before, the one skincare product that I've really been kind of loyal to is Super Goop when it comes to sunscreens. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head if I have a SPF 50 or something higher. It's probably an SPF 50. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm actually really feeling extremely loyal to the current sunscreen that I'm using because it does not peel, it's not seen, it really just blends in with my skin, and I love that. So I would love to see some reviews on this product. I haven't seen any yet, but maybe in the future I will, and maybe by the time I need another sunscreen, this will be the one that I pick up if for whatever reason I don't feel like picking up the Super Goop one. As I say, I do tend to do that all the time. Continuing on, Atomic Makeup is coming out with 3 wearable neutrals that are perfect for mixing, and I'm interested, but I'm also confused. Like, they're good for mixing, but are they lip products? Like, what are they? I think they're lip products. Scrolling down, it looks like that's the main thing that they have currently, or at least that they've been advertising lately. And I must say, they're browns. I'm digging it. The only thing that would kind of stop me is that I've not been reaching for liquid lipsticks. I've really been enjoying bullet products. I'm telling you guys, the amount of bullet lip products that I've been eyeing, that I have picked up recently, all of the things, it's just, this has been a type of formulation that I'm really into, and I'm really into these bullet products that already have a sheen built in. I don't mind layering a lip gloss on top, but it can get quite messy. For example, with this lip gloss that I've been using from Tower 28, the actual paddle that I apply on my lips now has brown on it because it gets messy. And I'm sure by the time I'm going to be done with this product, there will be brown all types of in this clear gloss. So for me, I am going to currently pass, but I will be keeping an eye out to see what people say about that formulation, if people talk about that formulation. Sugar Drizzle Polish has come out with a new eyeshadow palette. It is the Dragonfly Warrior palette. It is already available. It is a 9-pan palette where you get duochromes, shimmers, and matte shadows. I must say, the shimmers and the duochromes and all of that jazz, it actually looks really, really nice. My thing that's holding me up personally is the lack of mattes. I love mattes. I love to build my crease and just add some diversity. I have been learning lately to use, you know, 2 shades, 1 matte shade, 1 shimmer, 1 inner corner, and call it a day. But I do tend to gravitate towards using at least 2 different mattes in every look. Then of course a lid shade and an inner corner. And although this palette looks really, really pretty, and I would not be mad to have it, and I do believe I've seen now 2 people do reviews and they've both been positive, I am personally going to pass for the sheer fact that I know me. I'm not going to get tired of the shimmers. I will get tired of the lack of diversity in the mattes. And although you guys have been seeing lately that I've been really pulling eyeshadow palettes to only use 1 shade, and I've been bringing looks together by only using 1 or 2 shades from the palettes, in general, I do tend to get 1 palette, do my whole face, and call it a day. So for me, I am going to go ahead and pass, but it is a beautiful, beautiful palette. Estee Lauder is adding to their Double Wear family with the Double Wear Sheer Flattery Loose Powder. I had Double Wear. Double Wear was one of my very first high-end foundations. I picked it up very early on in my makeup journey, and I picked it up because at the time I had a lot of pimples. I had a lot of texture on my skin, and I was extremely oily because I was not taking care of my skin. And so the idea that Estee Lauder would stay put, it covered all of that stuff, and so many people were raving about it at the time. It just worked. It worked beautifully for me. I have not picked it up since, mainly because I don't need full coverage. I don't necessarily like full coverage. For me, I've learned that something with a little bit of medium coverage, maybe even high medium, is perfect for me. I do of course like to look like I'm wearing foundation and look like I'm wearing makeup when I put it on. That without a doubt is a thing for me. But at the same time, looking like a mask, and if, like, let's say I brush my face, that piece is no more, I can't handle that. That is not something for me. So long story short, I do definitely think that this powder is probably going to be very, very good. But I don't need any more powders. I have 2 loose powders that I love. I am running through a powder in my project pan, and then I think I have 3 or 4 other pressed powders that I would like to run through, mainly because they're not favorites. They're just, you know, they're products. So maybe if people are raving about this product, I will. It is quite expensive. It is $45, but there is quite a nice shade range as well. So it just depends. But then again, honestly, I'm really aiming to get that Fenty loose powder, so that probably won't be the next loose powder that I pick up. Clarins is extending their lip comfort oil range. So I'm pretty sure they first launched this range maybe 2-3 years ago, something like that. And it now looks like they're bringing us more colors in the range. I think this is a really good idea. For me though, I did quite recently just get sent, let's see if I can find it. Yep, I did just recently get sent their Merit Beauty lip oil in the shade Taupe. I also do have quite a few, like maybe 3 or 4 lip glosses that I basically use as lip oils. I also have bullet lipsticks that are pretty much lip glosses in a bullet formulation. So for me, this is not something that I need right now. That said, I do believe I heard really good things about this formulation. So in the future, I may pick it up. But then again, $27 for lip oil. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see what the people say. So it looks like Scarlett Johansson is now coming out with skincare, and it's quite interesting. I've actually seen quite a few YouTubers now either come out with videos specifically talking about all of these famous people coming out with skincare and beauty ranges, or somebody has like mentioned that in their new makeup releases video. And for me, I get it, right? You know, why not make the money if you can make the money? But in my perspective, I'm a small person in this world, very small, insignificant person in this world. There's only so much money that you need. You need a certain amount of money to sustain life, to cover housing, to cover food, maybe a couple of wants, and then the rest of your necessities. And for me, the idea that all of these famous people who are not known for their skincare, for their makeup, are coming out with beauty brands, to me just doesn't make sense. Now, there's also that same argument that Rihanna wasn't necessarily known for her makeup before she created a makeup brand, and I quite literally enjoy quite a few products from her brand. So I'm not knocking it, but I just think there is a point where somebody has to sit down and talk to themselves and say, when is enough for me? And yeah, either way, I'm not very loyal when it comes to skincare. I've already told you guys that multiple times today, if not in the future or previously. The brand looks to be called the Outset. We'll see what happens. I'm not really invested, intrigued. I'm not going to run out and buy the products. And now that I think about it, I don't think I ever saw a video about somebody talking about Pharrell skincare. Like, it's one of the... Okay, let's keep going. Give Me Glow Cosmetics is sneak peeking that they're coming out with a new palette. It's called Two Moods, and it's coming out early March, and it is a 16 pan eyeshadow palette. They're saying that the color scheme is beautiful. The color scheme is, their last one was really, really pretty, but for me, I probably will never pick up another palette from Give Me Glow. I just don't need the amount of product that they provide in each eyeshadow. And it's just, it feels wasteful to me for me to keep picking up products like that in these huge pans that I know I will never pan. Now, I've really been panning this year, and I'm really, really happy and excited to show you guys my progress in later this week and next week and all of that. But for me, this is probably not going to be a brand that I ever really pick up from, but I will talk about it because, I mean, like I said, their last product was really, really pretty, and that's literally how I was inspired to come up with this color scheme. So, Sol de Janeiro is coming out with the new scent in their body cream. It is a vegan, collagen-based retinol alternative for your skin to plump and deeply replenish. It comes out on March 15th, and this is Bija Flor Elasti-Cream. Okay. So people went bonkers for this cream when it originally launched, and somehow, some way I was able to get a sample. It was in like a little like cardboard packaging, quite a bit of product in it, which I will say I really did appreciate it. I kept it here at my desk, and I used it to moisturize my hands right before or after I was going to do something makeup related, and it was really, it was useful. Let's say that it was very, very useful. But in the grand scheme of things, it was just a body cream. It was just a body cream, and their body creams are expensive. They're expensive. Let me figure out the price, because I distinctly remember never wanting to try it because how pricey it is. Let's see, view shop. So $10. That don't seem right. It looks like if you get the smallest amount, it's only 10. Well, that's not that expensive. Oh, maybe I'm being dramatic. That wouldn't be unheard of, let's face it. Either way, this is a new scent. I actually do have a body cream that I really want to pick up from a friend of mine, and now my finances are together. I will be aiming to pick that up in March. Maybe I'll pick up the Bum Bum cream. I really do enjoy a body cream. I have some trips and vacations and just plans that I'm going to be doing in April. I am so excited for those plans. Extremely excited. Okay, and maybe what I will do is pick up 1 or 2 of these body creams along with, like I said, my friends, and just take those along traveling with me to make sure that I'm moisturized but also smell good. So really excited about all of that. Okay, quite a few new things have been dropping left and right when it comes to Sephora and other places, so let's go through them. The Ordinary's dropped quite a few things. They've dropped a shampoo cleanser for hair and body. They have dropped a chloride 2% conditioner. They've dropped a moisturizing factor hyaluronic acid scalp serum. All of these are really cheap. I mean, the most expensive thing is the serum, which is $12.80. Then the Laneige has dropped a berry sweet set for $24. And then it looks like somebody also, and then Laneige also has a sunscreen. So it looks like a lot of brands are really taking on that idea of not hanging their hat on people buying makeup, but actually exploring the avenue of sunscreen and skincare, because they know if something else happens with the economy, at least they could sustain their business potentially through their skincare, which I think is smart on a business standpoint. But for me, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Either way, The Ordinary, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but honestly, my scalp is so finicky that in my hair, I'm just very reactive. If something does not work for my body, I will react, and I will have a reaction, and everything will be lost. Okay, everything will be lost. So for me, I am probably not going to pick up any of those hair products from The Ordinary. I am just worried. No. And then the Laneige stuff, I have 2 Laneige lip masks, so I don't need that. And then the SPF, I really do enjoy my current SPF. We'll see. There are a lot of new SPFs coming out. Maybe I'll pick up one, but as of right now, I'm good. Sunday Fridays is coming out with a Deep Oasis Deep Hydrating Serum. This is launching on March 2nd. This is an oil-free serum that hydrates and seals in moisture for all-day hydration, and is formulated with squalane, glycerin, and hyaluronic acid. The skin is smoothed with Colorado oatmeal, chamomile, and aloe. This serum can be used as a solo moisturizer for oily and blemish-prone skin, or as a first layer primer for drier skin types. So I appreciate that they are trying to finesse and market themselves to anybody and everybody depending on the skin type. This is $44. It doesn't say how much product. Oh yeah, it does. You get 1 fluid ounce of product. I'm not loyal at all when it comes to moisturizers, but I don't want to spend $44 on a moisturizer. I really don't. So I'm probably never going to pick this up. Last week I talked about a collaboration with Copacetic Cosmetics, and I missed this one, and that's crazy because I actually follow this person on Instagram, and this is Pan de Replay, and her name I guess is Elise, and this is her bundle where there are 4 eyeshadows, a lip gloss, and what looks to be a highlighter. It all looks cute, it really does, but once again, just not something that I'm gonna run out and pick up, just with how I am trying to really change my mindset when it comes to makeup and purchasing in general, not just makeup but in general. And you guys will see I really need to hone in on my purchasing when it comes to perfumes. So hopefully I'm able to do that. So last week I talked about the fact that Hindash is coming out with the new eyeshadow palette, and this was his Monochromance palette. He's also coming out with an ultra shimmer universal multi-pit pearl champagne multi-use liquid shimmer product, and this is called the Color Foil in Boy Tears. I think that this could be a nice one and done eyeshadow for people who really like liquid eyeshadows. For me, the 1 or 2 liquid eyeshadows that I really got a lot of use out of were a yellow and then a brown. And the brown, I only got use out of it because it pretty much blended in with my skin tone, and I would just throw a brown matte in my crease and call it a day. This is not going to be something that I'm going to get use out of. Maybe, honestly, you know, I'll be interested to look at reviews about this, because I could see getting use out of this as a highlighter, like as a liquid highlighter. I'm really loving my highlighter. It's beautiful, and I got it on my forehead. Child, your girl is glowing. Okay, I'm glowing. Anyways, right now I'm not going to use it, but maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. Okay, we're rounding out for the last couple of products, so hopefully we can run through these rather quickly. Kylie is coming out with a Lick Shine Lacquer. Not something for me. Once again, liquid lipstick products are just not something. I just really prefer a bullet. It's a lot easier to apply. I know when I throw the bullet on, it will sit there for quite some time, and none of these colors are really intriguing. I have tried the brand in the past, but that was when the products were something of interest to me. None of those are of interest to me. MAC is trying me. They're trying me. They are launching more They are launching interesting shades in a formulation that I love, which is their Extra Dimension Skin Finish. I am really, really excited. Oh no, those are the Glow Play blushes. The Extra Diminish must be the highlighter. I haven't tried the Glow Play blushes. Have you guys tried the blushes? Do you like them? Let your girl know. Let me know. Let me know. I would definitely pick up that green and not green. I would definitely pick up that orange and that like bright fuchsia, but more so that orange. Ooh. Let me know. I might pick this up when it comes to Ulta, because they do tend to get their limited edition products. It just is not really raved about and thrown about amok. So Light Slacker is coming out with new nail polish shades, and these I'm assuming are for spring. This is her Honeydew You Love Me collection. They're interesting pastel-y kind of shades. I think I'm gonna pass again. It's just not something unique or interesting enough for me, so I am gonna go ahead and pass. Made by Mitchell has come out with a smudge no budge eyeliner pencil that is supposed to be able for multi-use. He came out with 4 shades: a nude, a warm brown, a chocolate brown, and a black. I think this is smart for somebody who is a makeup artist and wants to take a liner and like maybe smudge it along their top line to do like a kind of a really smoky eyeshadow look or anything to that effect. I still have not tried the brand. I am intrigued. I just have not pulled the trigger. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe in the future. Dior is already showing their summer 2022 collection. There's a brown lipstick. There's a brown and an orange lipstick. I don't tend to pick up a lot from Dior. It's just not a brand, but the things that I do have from them, I do really enjoy. I am excited galore for their new concealer to drop, and if these drop around / during the same time, I may not be able to hold myself back, because there's also a highlighter. I do have 2 Dior highlighters. Those are beautiful. I've said it. I've put in the ether. You guys know. You are made aware. An indie brand called Dandelion Cosmetics, which I've talked about them in the past. I've never actually picked anything up. They're coming out with some new products. They're coming out with 18 new matte shades and 11 new shimmers, and a couple of them are also dual chromes as well. I really appreciate that this brand took the time to not only swatch them on a lighter complexion but also a deeper complexion. It really is helpful, but also just it should be standard. It should be standard. As of yet, I have not tried the brand, but we'll see. Who knows, in the future I may try and just make an order from the brand just to try the brand in general. But right now, as I'm trying to be really cautious of my makeup purchases, that's unfortunately just not going to be a collection that I'm really going to gravitate and pick up from. So Gwen Stefani has shown that she's coming out with a new makeup brand, and it is called Give, but it's GXVE. And she's shown that she already has a bullet lipstick that is a bright red. There are two very neutral quads. There are some liners, some brow products, maybe even some liquid lipsticks. You know, I think this looks fine, but there's nothing here that is really catching my eye. Honestly, if we're gonna be quite serious, the jewelry in the background is catching my eye more than the makeup products, so we'll leave that there. And actually, earlier I talked about the fact that Hindash came out with some new products. It looked like he also released more products instead of just the eyeshadow palette in that multi-use highlighter-ish product. He also came out with two bullet lip products, one that is in Rest in Roses, the other one is Call Me Peaches, and also lip liners. I'm intrigued. I really am. I am going through lip liners, it seems, quite often, and I am very intrigued to see, you know, if I get through all of the lip liners that I feel I need to get through, what new lip liners I should pick up. I'm hearing so many good formulations coming out of the woodwork that I would be very interested to see, you know, what will really catch my attention and what I will actually pick up. So like I said, I am recording this on Friday. It is now 2 p.m. I am gonna run through just to make sure that I did not miss anything groundbreaking, earth-shattering while I was blabbing on, and I don't think I have. So that's it. I think this week, thank the heavens, thank the stars, I am not really interested in picking up anything other than, like I said, Dior. I am really going to eye that collection, not only for hopefully the concealer to come out around the time, but those two bullet lipsticks actually do look up my alley, and I do really enjoy my Dior highlighters that I have. So we'll see what happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below any of the items that you're really interested in. I would love to hear from you all. And I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say. I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be Wednesday. If all goes according to plan, it will be my multi-look video with this palette. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.